Welcome to the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati. I'm honest podcaster Zach Harper. That's Mo Dakhil. That is proud American Wosny Lambre. Of course, we're produced by Anthony Mays. Make sure you're keeping your third eye open. We have a Game 7. We're going to get to Game 7. That is Sunday on ABC between the Pacers and the Thunder in Oklahoma City. But before that, got a little phenomenon happening right now in which the Knicks, I think we figured out what's going on here, okay? Because they've been calling about guys who have a job. And what seems to be happening after these calls is guys like Billy Donovan and Ime Udoka then take those phone calls in which they're like, hey, Chicago would love to talk to Billy about our open coaching position. They're like, no, we got him under contract. They're like, hey, Houston, Ime seems like a good coach. What if he coached us instead of you? They're like, no, he's our coach under contract. And then Ime goes like, all right, Raphael. And Billy's like, all right, Artur. So like, I guess I need an extension. And then they get their extension. Now Ime is like one of the highest paid coaches in the league. And I don't know what Billy's deal was, but it's more and it's longer than it was before. Odd timing for a little bit of a Dan Hurley situation happening, boys.
I gotta say, as the Basketball Illuminati, we were derelict in our duties and not seeing this for what it was. We dropped the ball on this one because
we're the addendum. I'm giving us the pass. The main show should have nailed it. I'm giving us the pass. The main show should have nailed it.
We dropped the ball because at no point did I think, wait, what agency are these guys, a lot of these guys represented by? And now it's like, it all makes sense. Like the John Calipari special, we're like for 8 years in a row in Kentucky.
He loses
NBA
in the second round.
NBA
team is interested in John. I was like, the fuck they are. Woj, the fuck they are.
This was a Calipari.
I've seen you scratch this back too many years in a row at this time in the exact same spot.
The Dan Hurley, it is the college coach special. They just ran it in the NBA. Which we should have saw through this, but damn.
Well, part of my problem with that is I feel like all the coaches are represented by CAA.
Well,
besides the few that are with Warren Legary, which is like growing smaller and smaller that are still in the league.
Is Carlisle a Legary guy?
I'm pretty sure he's a Legary guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a Legary guy. But like it gets smaller and smaller. I'm like, oh, CAA. I just assume they're all repped by CAA. The number of assistant coaches I know that are repped by CAA. I'm like, the next crop
that's growing.
And coaches, like, it's like, so yeah, when you go like, we should have known, I just kind of assumed they all were every coach.
Fair.
Yeah. I just need it on record here. I know I'm on record other places, but I want to hear on the Illuminati. Dan Hurley's a fraud. Okay. He won back-to-back championships at literally the lowest talent pool point in men's college basketball history.
Okay, but everybody's talent is low. That means his own talent is low.
For sure. For sure.
That means he's coaching sucky ass players.
I watched him. Okay. I watched him. I know. And then
I'm a fan of Klingon.
Well, it's Klingon, so Klingon is a fucking monster in Star Trek or something. I don't know.
Lobster.
I don't know what the fuck is it. I don't watch Star Trek. I don't know. I know Star Trek.
That's great. The lobster.
I don't know, man. I just don't correct. I'm not interested in your fucking blue sky tweets of correcting me on this. I don't care. Okay, I don't care if it's a lobster, a monster. I don't care what it is. All right, not interested.
Well, Zach,
yeah, not interested. But he's a fraud. Like, because now when we got some actual talent coming into college basketball, he's crying about the portal and NIL and all this stuff. Get the fuck out of here. He's a fraud. Congratulations on your extension that you and your buddy Woj cooked up using the Lakers as leverage, okay? I'm happy for you. Good luck doing that again in 4 years.
Nothing drives me more nuts than the notion that Dan Hurley should come in and he'd be a great NBA coach. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Fucking waxed.
He wouldn't make it this first season. The players would revolt. Like this.
Who's
the Israeli guy
Cleveland.
that was at the Cavs? Yeah.
I was thinking of the other Cavs guy, the dude from Michigan.
Oh my God!
No, Beeline.
Beeline. Yeah.
Beeline.
God, he was so bad. I forgot his name.
It was like there's
David Blatt was like, they're like, well, you know, if you win the championship, you meet like Obama and stuff. He's like, I've met prime ministers before.
He's something.
He at least had a lot of success in Europe, right? Like he was
right.
in the Israeli league. Like he at least like
professional.
Beeline had Pittsnogles, Mike Yancey. Who else was on that team? That was a great team, by the way.
Sure, yeah.
Invented 5-out basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan Hurley beat San Diego State.
That's your alma mater, Zach.
Who I love, but
don't do that.
Was with you during that game.
Yeah, but you beat San Diego. That's not an accomplishment ever. Okay, go Aztecs. All right, guys, let's get into this. Do you believe? Topic 1. The Pacers have one more trick up their sleeves. Pacers put a beat down on the Thunder in Game 6, went on a 30-9 run in the last 8:52 of the second quarter. SGA tied his career high with 8 turnovers. The Thunder shot 3 of 20 on three-pointers through 3 quarters. Now we head back to OKC for a climactic Game 7. This is the third episode coming off a Pacers win, Game 1 and Game 3. So, Mo, for the third week in a row, do you believe in the Pacers?
Zach. So, I mean, no.
Oh man! Wow.
I'm much closer to believing than not believing.
Didn't you think they was gonna get swept, Mo?
No, I didn't say swept. I said 5. Okay. I gave him the respect they were going to get.
You didn't have the balls to pick.
No, he didn't. Okay. No, he wanted to though. He wanted to. Saying 5 means you want them to get swept.
Was you've met me. You know I didn't have the balls to say they get swept. You know me.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like you know that. No, Zach. This is actually what I wanted. All for purely selfish reasons.
We can pay way more money by the NBA.
Live.
Absolutely. We'll put that on wax. Yes, we can pay per show.
Y'all get paid per
Free
show.
game, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern on the NBA app, NBA YouTube channel, all the NBA socials. It's me. Okay. It's Alexis Morgan. It's Mo Dakhil. It's George Niang of the Atlanta Hawks. All right there. We got X's and Mo's. He's doing breakdowns. We got the Harper report. We got turning points in the game. We got coaches' interviews, all that shit.
I mean, like, if we can get this to go 9 games, I'm in. Like, selfishly. Right.
Let's do the parade.
Yeah, please. But the thing that bothers me is just it's the home team. Only 4 road teams have won Game 7 in the finals. On the last one, obviously, was the Cavs, and then before that
was the Bullets in 1978.
God, that's what I'm saying.
Like, and then the other two were pre-merger. The Celtics pre-merger.
So, I mean, and by tax logic, that didn't even happen. So
doesn't exist.
Right. So like you just like so it's just that alone is why I'm like, oh man, this is such an uphill battle for them at home. You know, for OKC, it's tough. But I was so
this whole thing's been an uphill battle.
Bro, the Pacers have been doing the impossible all playoffs long. I mean, I don't see why they can't pull another trick out their sleeve. And I think OKC has had some tough, like they've shown some toughness in big moments. I think Game 5 against Denver was a big ass moment. They were down 10 to start that fourth quarter. They lose that shit. They're going on the road for they lose the series if they lose that. Game 4 in this series was a tough guy moment where they were getting their asses kicked basically all game, and then they stormed back to win it. So it's not like they don't have the capacity to do it. I just think there's some weird alchemy happening with the goddamn Pacers, man, where, you know, Neesmith or Nembhard turning into Reggie Miller in alternate moments.
Yeah.
Or Nembhard just turning into the best dribble driver that I've ever seen in NBA history, where he's just unstoppable going to the cup. Like, it's just crazy.
TJ McConnell has lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yo,
it's insane.
I don't understand.
If he
the
gets
best
a shot
defenders
off,
in the world
I think it's
get
going
in front of him and can't stop him from taking that little dumbass fadeaway jumper in the lane.
It's the stupidest.
He's become
move.
Jalen Brunson.
It's crazy.
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
This defense has been one of
Caruso,
the best defenses
Dort,
we've seen.
Jay, Wallace,
Wiggins.
Hooked.
It doesn't matter.
Morant couldn't get in the paint. Ant couldn't get in the paint. Murray couldn't get in the paint. TJ McConnell can get in the paint though.
Whenever he wants.
It's insane.
Oh my God.
Really insane.
He's Kyrie Irving in the third quarter against the Thunder. Like every time.
It's insane.
Like after game 5, I was like, and you saw all the pictures, the MJ, McConnell,
oh my God,
all that stuff. I was like, this is funny, this is cute. After game 6, I go, maybe I'm not believing the Pacers can win. I'm believing this.
I believe TJ McConnell can win.
I'm in a text he's not a free agent this year.
I'm so mad. J King wins. No matter what, either Chet gets a ring or TJ McConnell gets a ring. J King wins.
Yeah, he wins. I'm in a text chat with some homies, and they're complaining about Halliburton. And I'm like, look, man, like at a certain point, he's hurt, but he just has to be a threat to shoot. And jokingly, I said, TJ will do the rest.
And you're right. You're right. That was great analysis.
And that's what fucking happened.
Well, that was the thing. Mo and I on the pregame show yesterday, I think Alexis asked me about shouldn't TJ be taking that? And I'm like, no, you've maxed out what TJ could do. Wrong. What goes beyond? Dominating.
Bruh, this team is crazy, dude. Also like Miles Turner on defense against Chet.
Yeah, it's
sad. It's like, Chet, don't even try. Just stop. Yeah. If it's not a spot up, if it's not an alley-oop.
Chet becomes 6'8" against Miles Turner on it.
It's just crazy, bro.
He has no idea he's taller and longer than Miles Turner. Like, he has no idea.
Unbelievable. Let me ask you guys this question, because they made the change at halftime, right? They went small, took Hartenstein out,
Small's not the answer.
No. But let me ask you this question, because I'm with you. I would stay big, but if you were going to make that change,
I would take Chet out.
Maybe, take Chet out and put Hartenstein. Yeah. Now that hurts you.
At least Hartenstein can set screens, right? Yeah, like at least you should getting separation.
Put your body on a guy when you're setting the fucking screen for your MVP.
Chet can't put his body on someone. Like it's the margin of error there is too big.
It's like a paper sheet. Like it's gonna get torn. It's not a.
Maybe the move is when he sets a screen. It's like a paper cut and it hurts.
So y'all saying they need to go away from Chet and let Hartenstein be the lone big for more minutes?
If you're gonna make that change at halftime, that's what I would do.
That's at halftime.
I understand the logic of versatility and everything, but I would just he sets screens. He's a better defender. He's a better rebounder, better passer. And that's not a knock on Chet. It's just like if you're gonna go one big. I mean, he's a threat like on the pick and roll because he's got that floater that you can is just unstoppable. I would just do that. I would stay big. Like I would choose to stay big anyway. I would go both of them.
I just don't. Why can't Jay Will get a sniff? Jay is it? Yeah, he's Jay Will.
The other Jalen.
Yeah. They're playing Kenrich Williams. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I play him before Kenrich. No offense, Kenrich is fine. He's not big.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And bro, at one point, I think in the third quarter, they were down 18 possessions. So that's turnovers, that's offensive rebounds.
Right.
Bruh, y'all not winning game 7 with 18 less shots put up than the other team.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But the Pacers will win game 1 like that.
That's the Pacers.
The Pacers don't make no sense.
That's the thing that's so funny.
Watching the Pacers makes me want to quit my job. It's like, bro, I don't know shit about basketball.
Nobody does.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's like, bro, everything I've ever known about this game has been proven to be utterly false by the Pacers.
This is me. I fucking love chaos, and they are chaos. It is. Look, I ultimately don't care who wins. but I kind of want the Pacers to win this just for the chaos of it all.
It's
like
chaotic.
one day. Oh, you want parity, Adam Silver?
Yeah, this is what you get.
This is what you get. Here's your second apron.
I think it'd be good for the league. I think it'd be good.
No, it would be good.
No,
yesterday,
but he would not like this. The league would not like this.
Well, they should, because Halliburton's actually interesting. Like, you can love him, you can hate him. He's interesting. Shea is boring, bro. And he's doing it on purpose. And he thinks like not being emotional on the court. Stoicism is like it's not cool. It's not entertaining. It's not likable. Nobody wants you to be stoic, bro.
It is that generation of like, it's cool not to care, right?
Yeah.
That thing, which I've always found corny. It's like, no, man, like,
no, bro. Like, people get excited about emotion and like, yeah, I'm pumped. Like, people like the TJ McConnell shit. I'm sorry, they like it more than the stoicism. Period.
Like, I want you game one of a series doing the choke symbol, and then the rest of the series we got to be like, is that going to be a meme against you?
Yes,
that's what I want
for sure. And you got to put yourself out there like that.
Yeah,
but this is the Presti thing, though. It's like, yo, business. We just all business, no fun, no entertainment, no nothing.
What happens? Do they
very Popovich-y, to be honest? It's Spurs-ish. Which sucks, by the way.
Pop shows a lot more emotion, so then you get
no, I'm not. I'm saying like the team itself, and also the Spurs did show. Tim Duncan showed emotion on the court, all the time. But this is taking the Spurs thing to the worst logical conclusion.
What happens if they lose? Like, do we see a different team? Yeah.
Oh,
do we see?
No, they'll stay the course.
Just run it back.
No,
do we get like a crazy revenge season? Like,
I think it run it back. You 68 games.
I think it looks like 2014 Spurs.
Yeah, that's
like I think they win the title no matter what next year. Like, they win the title and they put a hurting on everybody. Like, you think this year was bad? I think they destroy they probably win 72, 73 games.
I'm rooting for
like, you thought this year was historic. They would obliterate the league. They might go like 16-2 in the playoffs. I mean, I think it would be disgusting, like what they do to the NBA next year.
But back to how insane this Pacers team, because I tweeted yesterday, I was like, I'm going to be thinking about this team literally till the day that I die, because I'm just like, anything can happen in the NBA playoffs, apparently. Like, yesterday, Neesmith, again, this guy couldn't shoot for shit, okay? He was a horrible shooter in Boston. He could not. He was barely drawing rim in Boston.
He was a 3-and-D without the three. Without the D. Yeah.
He misses an above the break 3-pointer. Pacers somehow get the rebound, throw it right back to him. And I'm like, he's not going to make this, right? And it's just cash. I'm just like,
and then he hit like 2 corner threes in a row or something. Like, he was just, he's got the green. Like, Carlisle's just like, you shoot. Like, this is your job.
You're a shooter.
Don't ever pass up a fucking shot.
You're a shooter.
Yeah.
That's development, right? Like, in Boston, they tried to put him in a box. This is who you are. It's not, and this is who you have to be. As soon as they realized he wasn't, kicked him to the curve, and Indiana picks him up, dusts him off, says, what are you? Okay, let's highlight the best parts about you. And this is what you get. Like, this is development as a what you're watching from a team.
I was so wrong about him. Like, the way he played in Boston, I was like, this dude does not belong in the league. Like, because he was so bad in Boston. I was like, he's out. Like, Indiana, you can pick him up, but he's gone.
No basketball IQ.
Yeah, like, he played. It wasn't that he was missing shots. He played bad basketball to the point where I was like, this guy doesn't belong here. And then after like 4 months in Indiana, I was like, oh shit, this guy's good. And now I'm like, this guy is going to make $100 million next contract.
It's just, it's also crazy. 3 years, $11 million each year. That's an amazing contract. Like, I looked it up the other day going like, how much is he making? I'm like, oh shit, this is the best contract in the league. But like, that also just goes to just in a larger point of like, in certain places, a player is awful and doesn't fit and can be great elsewhere. Like, it's almost like sometimes where we're too quick to give up on players. That's more the point with him.
So last year after the playoffs, we were doing like a indie off season, whatever. And Varia was like, yo, I think Ben Mathurin is like kind of superfluous because of Nembhard. And like, it was the one playoff run last year. I was like, yo, you disrespectful. Like, that's crazy. Nembhard is still the future. I mean, excuse me. Mathurin is still the future, blah, blah, blah. I was so sure of this. I was so fucking wrong.
Look. Nembhard gave up the ball to Drew. He gave up the ball to Drew in that, like, I think game 1, right? He tried to dribble against Drew at the clutch moment. Drew just took that shit, went the other way, and game over. And I remember, I'm like, this Nembhard dude, he's got to go. Like, he's not good, man. And now I'm like, yeah, this guy's one of the best off guards in the league that like isn't a star. Like he's not. And I'm like, I was wrong about him too.
Dispensable, bro.
Yeah, he's so good.
Let me just tell you this much. What would you have said if we told you when TJ McConnell was a Sixer and was in the process Sixer system and slowly build it up? And I said to you, this dude's gonna swing 2 NBA Finals games.
I would have punched you in the mouth. I would have punched you right in the mouth. Yeah, I would not have had that. Absolutely not.
I found religion on during last year's playoffs, where it was just like every single team he played against, he changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah,
every game. I'm like, all right,
white. Oh, not that complexion. Got you. My bad.
I'm like, yo, I have to stop hating on this kid. Every game, he makes a difference.
He's infuriating, but he's good.
So annoying and
so
good
annoying. Again, he's what people want Jose Alvarado to be.
Yeah.
Stop disrespecting my Queens brother, Puerto Rican legend Jose Alvarado, man.
No, I would love for him to be good.
He's already accomplished everything he needs to do in the NBA.
Absolutely.
He should have never even been there.
Oh, I mean, he won't be very long. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Do you believe the Lakers' new owner will be able to buy a championship? Mark Walter, who previously acquired 27% of the Lakers in 2021 at a $5 billion valuation, bought an additional 48% of the team at a $10 billion valuation. Only 3 months ago, the Celtics sold for $6.1 billion. That is broke boy money now. Jeanie Buss will remain the Lakers governor and continue to run the team for at least a number of years. Might want to ask Mark Cuban about that. As the Busses retain 18%, Walter also owns the LA Dodgers, building a perennial contender with a top payroll in Major League Baseball. I saw a lot of people saying he's going to spend for the Lakers the way he spent for the Dodgers, and now the Lakers are back. Here's the thing, boys. Fucking luxury taxes and hard cap now and so Wos, how does that work?
I don't think he's going to spend them to a championship, but obviously he can spend them into competence, like perpetual, constant competence, where you can expect the Lakers to finish top 6 in the West every year if they built this out infrastructurally the way they need to, in terms of scouting, in terms of front office, in terms of player development, in terms of like turning this into an actual big boy operation. Operationally, you know, they can make this so that, yeah, Lakers are guaranteed to be in the playoffs every year. Now, are they going to be some dominant team? I don't think so. But the way this NBA is shaping up, just being there is going to matter. The way injuries go these days, the way teams like Indy can catch a spark. The fucking Wolves have been to 2 straight conference finals, guys. Let me say that to you once again. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been to 2 consecutive conference finals.
And Kevin Durant still doesn't want them.
And your NBA, I know. Whatever. I think that you can count on the Lakers being like perennially there.
They're the 4th highest payroll this year.
Are in ways that don't always make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I like the whole, I mean, I know there's margins, Mo, of like, you know, practice facility, amenities, coaches,
staff,
scouting, all this. I know there's
not having Linda Rambis run your offense. I mean, your offseason.
I gotta assume that's part of the deal that comes in. Like, hey, Linda, I stay and Linda
Rambis
stays.
Not being a fucking influential voice.
If Jeanie Buss is still there,
but I bet Jeanie could have. I bet Jeanie negotiated Linda stays, Kirk can go. I bet that.
Yeah, Linda stays in some capacity, but again, like Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis were making high-level decisions for this, the most marquee franchise in the NBA, top 5 in American sports, was ran by Linda Rambis, guys.
I cannot stress enough how bewildering it was to watch him coach the Timberwolves for 2 years. I mean,
Was that
I-
pre
I-
or
I-
post the Twitter likes?
that was pre. That was pre because that was the Knicks days.
Okay.
And
yeah.
also, I respect, you know what? I will say, as stupid as Lakers exceptionalism is, I respect an organization that pays the shit out of Rob Pelinka just to guarantee his money. You know, you're
Yeah.
my guy. Let me guarantee you some bread because you're
Sure.
getting fired. You're getting
time.
You're
In time.
getting
Yeah, in time, yeah,
replaced.
for sure.
Here's the thing. He's not going to make them a championship team next year. He's not going to make them probably a championship team the year after. He is going to, and it's like you said, Zach, but it's around the margins. He's going to build an infrastructure.
Yes.
That it won't surprise me if in 5-10 years from now we're looking going like, this is how you run an NBA franchise in a big market. This is what you do. Because the thing that people, casuals don't know, we all know this. Everybody who's worked in sports media and in the sports industry know the Lakers do not spend on the margins. They do not pay. They do not pay well for positions that you would assume you're going to get paid well. They have the smallest scouting staff. They had the smallest analytics staff. They had the smallest video staff. All of this stuff.
They didn't want to pay Ty Lue, Mo.
That's what I'm saying.
Championship coach who LeBron already has buy-in with is like, nah, too expensive.
It's a no-brainer, right? Like,
well, to
you're
be
going to
fair,
be
Jason
able.
Kidd was the assistant on the staff, so they're paying a lot already.
But you have so many different areas in which they can spend that he can create a competent sort of organization.
For sure.
And then just the other thing too, like Alex Caruso would still be a Laker if this guy was the owner of the team. Like there's those moves where they might let guys walk because of money.
I don't know, man. I don't know that. I think that part of that was bad basketball decisions and not necessarily bad money decisions. I know it's all tied at a certain point, but they didn't have Jackson Hayes as their only center this year because of money. It was because they made dumb basketball decisions. Like
totally get that.
They didn't bring in Christian Wood because of money. They brought him because like, hey, I think he's good. Like they make bad basketball decisions.
But they'll also be held accountable to those decisions, right?
Yeah.
Like those guys who make those decisions. Whereas it felt like Linda Rambis was, or excuse me, you guys fucked me up. Jeannie Buss was beholden to these guys. A lot of
blaming women, boys. This is not allyship.
But it's like I feel like there's a level of that stuff. I feel like he's coming in because I don't think we'll see a massive change. They can't change anything about the cap structure. You're right. Like the hard cap, he can't buy his way into it.
Yeah, I just don't think like people. I saw people people in the media in the area talking about like, oh, this is going to be like the Dodgers. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. It doesn't work that way. To your point, like it will build out the margins, and that is good and that is important. I think that's only important to a certain degree. You still have Rob Pelinka making all of these basketball decisions, and that can be good.
He's
but
not long for this world, Zach.
For now,
into your lap.
For now,
he's not long for this world. Rob Pelinka's incompetent.
He's got cool jackets, though. I like his jackets. I gotta be honest. I like his jackets. I keep trying to find those. Whatever that version from H&M is, I keep trying to find those jackets.
Bro, the day I saw him at the Chicago Combine thing, this would have been 2019. He had on a Mamba Mentality t-shirt. I was like, you're incompetent. You're incompetent.
What's this guy?
You're incompetent, bro. You're a clown. Like, this is what you want to project. I'm a Kobe guy.
Yeah,
you're the fucking GM of the biggest team in fucking NBA history.
Yeah, but
you're a Kobe guy?
That team was Kobe guys.
Nico Harrison is a genius. He knew he was getting the number 1 pick this year. What are you talking about? He knew he was going to pay.
I got another white on deck. I'll be fine. Look what TJ McConnell's going to do. This one's bigger.
Oh, man. How long is Pelinka's extension? Because I don't feel like it's that long.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You never know.
He's
like that's
not
the thing
long
with like
for this world.
The GM.
I just think it's an easy one for them to kind of.
It's an easy headline, man. It's an easy headline. That's the thing with a lot of these things. Like it's an easy headline.
Just put a send him off.
You gotta fire
who they want.
Mo, they can just hire somebody over his head.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. Like that's
We got to bring our basketball operations.
Also, like you see the Nico Harrison thing where it's like that's easy to feed to the press. Like we're not having another Nico Harrison situation.
Super.
I'm not inheriting fucking Jeannie Buss's mistakes. Excuse me. Also, this is the thing too. As a Laker fan, you should be happy. As a media member, you should be sad. We're gonna get the corporate, just hedge fund,
for sure,
analytical, blah blah blah, bloodless running of the team is gonna be hyper competent. Not gonna be any fun. When's the next time an owner is gonna date the coach of the team? Is that ever gonna happen again?
We would actually need to have more women owners, or maybe I don't know. If we're
wow, sexist! Wow, sexist!
I'm saying
no
we should have
female
more
coaches
or female coaches. You're right.
Wow,
sexist!
Or some openly gay guys, openly gay ownership.
I walked into that
coach.
one. That is my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Heteronormative scum.
Yeah, heteronormative. Yes. Goodness.
I'll see y'all later then.
Another cis male does it again.
Oh, also, we got to mention this, and I want to shout my guy Brian Windhorst for pointing this out. When Mark Walters raised a bunch of money for a new sports endeavor, he got $10 billion from most people in the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. Some Emiratis
just walked back.
Put some money in. Mo's homies put some money into this. So there's some more influence happening with the Lakers.
Let's go to our third and final topic. We got a schedule to keep here. We're already at 30 on the clock.
The Lakers going to be killing some hummus this year, boy. I swear to God.
Is it safe?
Mo, not quite. I'll let you know.
They're going to have falafel in the media room this
Mo,
year, boy.
Not yet, Mo. Hold on. Stay off camera. All right, third topic, guys. All right, Mo, you can come on back.
Luca.
Well, Mo, now you're not helping. You're not helping. Third topic. Let's go to the draft, which happens Wednesday. First round is Wednesday. Second round is Thursday. Do you believe Ace Bailey's Machiavellian scheme will come to fruition after canceling his visit with the Philadelphia 76ers, who have the third pick in the draft? He canceled the visit this week. Bailey is the only U.S. prospect not to visit a single team. Bailey's camp has informed interested teams that it believes he is a top 3 player in the draft, but also seeks a clear path to stardom via playing time and usage opportunities. He is one of the top prospects, went to Rutgers with Dylan Harper, another top 3 projected player who is believed to go number 2 to the San Antonio Spurs, with Cooper Flagg obviously going number 1 to the Dallas Mavericks. Charlotte Hornets have the 4th pick. And then what is it? Jazz, Wizards. Who cares after that? Pelicans are in there somewhere.
Who cares after that?
Who cares after that? We have, look, all right. I was completely out on Ace Bailey, especially when he measured 6'7.5", when we thought he was 6'10" this whole time. After talking to a bunch of people, talking to some scouts, talking to some college people, talking to some NBA folks, I'm in. And I know I shouldn't be. I'm in. It is going to depend on where he goes.
Exactly.
I think he's going to be really good.
Okay.
Now, now, if he goes to Charlotte, no, I'm out. If he goes to Utah, if he goes to Washington, if he goes to Philly, for some reason, someone traded up. Brooklyn, I'm in. Like, for
my guy
some
Jordy
reason,
Fernandez be coaching him up, man.
Absolutely, and they have a good development step. Like, I like anywhere but Charlotte. Really, I'm in. Like, I do think there's a lot there, and the questions about, well, then why was Rutgers so bad?
The team sucked. They had 2 players. Everybody else sucked.
They were able to pay for 2 players, and everyone else was garbage.
Like,
absolute
actually
garbage. Right?
Horrible players.
And so, like, that was broken down to me in great detail of how bad that supporting cast was by some people who really know what they're talking about and really, really like analyze this stuff. And after that, like, I started, doing my own research. Shout out to Tom and shout out to John Stockton. I started doing my own research, and
shouts to Kyrie.
Shouts to Kyrie, obviously.
This is getting weird.
And I'm like, it is dependent on where he goes, but it just depends on he doesn't go to Charlotte. But I'm in. Like, I do believe in this. I wonder if this whole camp thing though is him or just the camp trying to steer him to a certain spot. I'm not necessarily deterred, Mo, by not visiting teams. It is a tricky power play, but I also don't think that would deter Daryl Morey from picking him third, or for a team trading up to number 3.
We know don't give a fuck about interpersonal relationships.
Yeah. I'm not gonna not pick a guy because I didn't have dinner with him when he came to the facility, for a visit.
Mark Stein had a full breakdown on all the dinner spots that Cooper Flag went to in Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like I've been
that steakhouse.
Look, when I was in the league, I started in the league mainly focused on the draft for the Clippers, and that was our. You pick these guys up. We didn't have a top 3 pick, so we actually had workouts. But the guys we were really interested in, our front office would go to lunch with, go to dinner with, or whatnot, or things like that. Like, it's not.
Did you guys go to the nudie bar too?
Huh? I actually wasn't invited. I was still an intern. I was an intern, so I don't know what actually happened. I only got to take Matthew Delvedova out to lunch, and that was because of the Australia connection. That was about it. That was the only time. They're like, "Well, you can take Delhi out." That was it.
Was this in San Antonio or L.A.?
L.A. when I was with the Clippers.
You remember where you took him?
I took him to no, I didn't take him to Outback. That's offensive, Zach.
Chili's.
I took him to the. It's not open anymore. I think it was like St. Beach place in Venice that had the tacos. It was in I Love You Man. It was the taco place.
Yeah, okay.
Got you.
So we went there. But,
okay.
Actually, no, it was pretty expensive. But
okay.
It's Venice. It's Venice. Yeah.
Venice even make tacos expensive.
Yeah, it's on Sterling's time. So at that point, but the whole thing is like, this is only such a small part of the puzzle of when I'm going to draft a guy. You really are looking at what they did through their basketball.
You're looking at high school.
You're going high school. You're doing all your background work,
all that shit. Yeah.
Like whatever you're going to talk to the guy about doesn't really matter if you have bad background information. Like, you have people doing background work, finding out about these guys, talking to everybody, their high school coach, their junior high coach, whatever, like everybody you can talk to get as much data point. He doesn't come visit. Okay, like, it's not going to stop me from drafting. The only thing I hope for him is, like, I hope he knows where he's going, or he has a guarantee of where he's going to end up, because the further he drops in the draft, the more money he's missing out.
He's got a guarantee that he probably really likes. And the reason why I don't care or I don't mind is the draft is a bullshit process. It's fucked up. It's anti-labor as all hell. So a dude trying to assert some level of autonomy in this, I have no problem with, because there is none. Like, just trying to, like, go ahead, bro. Like, it's your only chance to exert any fucking autonomy over where you have to work for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So, like, go ahead, cook, bro. Try it, man. It ain't gonna work, but try it. I'm all for it.
Ricky Rubio tried to stay away from Sacramento and Minnesota. He was 1 for 2.
Yeah. Minnesota would have cooked his career just as badly, by the way. I mean, not Minnesota. Sacramento would have cooked his career.
I mean, that version.
He was right to want to avoid those places. He just
absolutely. Like, kind of worked out a little bit in Minnesota, like a little bit, but not really.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I think I have no problem. Like, I'm going to keep saying this. It'll never happen, but I think the lottery should happen a half hour before the draft. I do. I think the lottery should happen a half hour before the draft. Like, you should do all the pre-draft shit weeks leading up to it. Like, all the pre-draft shit weeks leading up to it. That way, there is no, like, I'm not working out for that team. I'm not working out for this team. You don't know where the fuck those lottery balls are going to land. All that shit, like, all that stuff. So it takes away some of that.
Damn,
and then so it is a little more of a risk. You have the more autonomy.
Getting Cooper Flag on draft night
half hour before, and so maybe you have like, and then the chaos, and then boom, you got the lottery. You have a lot of fucking people watching that lottery. You have a half hour to work out your deals and figure out what that draft board is going to be and where it's going to be, and then boom, we're going right into the draft.
Love that.
Shout outs to Ace Bailey. I hope you control your destiny.
I hope he gets where he wants to, man.
I hope you don't go to Charlotte. For a few reasons. One, they have not proven under new management, new ownership, and new coach yet that it's going to be different. Two, I'm just not believing the LaMelo shit. I'm all good on this at this point.
I'm off him.
3, I do not want to hear Eric Collins announce this kid's career. I'm so out on this dude. Okay.
Him and
so
Brandon Miller, man, as your two little wings, that's a nice little start.
It's nice.
Right
It
there.
sure is. It sure is.
Nice
Not
start.
interested. Not interested. All right, that's gonna do it for us.
Yes,
Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
Make sure you check it out.
In 7, y'all.
Make sure you're checking out Woz's stuff on the Ringer NBA show group chat with Barry and Mahoney. Make sure you check it out. Mo and myself and George Niang and Alexis Morgan on the pregame show. It'll be 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on the NBA app, NBA socials, and NBA YouTube page this Sunday, leading you up. You know, you could watch Stephen A. Smith and Bob Myers having a borderline emotional breakdown and Kendrick Perkins yell at each other incongruently on ABC, or you could watch us do an actual breakdown of basketball stuff and topics and fun stuff.
Let's do it.
And check out The Bounce, free NBA newsletter, theathletic.com/bounce. For Woz, for Mo, for Maze, I'm Zach. Keep your third eye open with Basketball Illuminati.